And welcome to Bible Journaling 66 in our series on Which Bible Should I Use? Part 2. Last week, we looked at several verses in the Gospel of Matthew. This week, let's look in the Gospel of Mark. In Mark chapter 7, Jesus is speaking about hypocrisy, and in verse 15, we read, "There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear." Well, in newer translations, verse 16 is missing. Not in all of them, so you need to check yours. So let's turn to Mark chapter 9. Jesus is giving a solemn warning about hell. In verses 43 and 44, "And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having two hands to go to hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where there worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched." That same line is repeated again in verse 46. And in some newer translations, you guessed it, they've been eliminated. In Mark 12, starting at verse 25, Jesus is talking about having a forgiving spirit. And then in verse 26, it says, "But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses." And in some of the newer translations, well, you guessed it, it's not there. Let's turn to Mark 15, verses 27 and 28. "And with him they crucified two thieves, the one on his right hand, the other on his left. And the scripture was fulfilled, which saith, And he was numbered with the transgressors." Wow. Unbelievable. Now let's turn to Mark chapter 16, verses 9 through 20, the closing verses of Mark's Gospel. I know they're very small on the screen, but I want you to turn to them in your translation. Because believe it or not, some of the more modern translations have totally eliminated those verses. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and drop a comment. May God bless you, and Maranatha.